stereo though, which is interesting.
What do you mean you're not in stereo?
Well, like my right ear's like really good, but my left ear's kind of like I could hear the music really loud on my right side, but not on my left side.
Is it a headphone issue, or are you having hearing issues?
I don't know. It could be hearing issues.
You were like, I'm not in stereo mode. I'm like, you physically?
Is it something that's going? Well, we did unplug everything and move everything around because we had a new studio desk. So, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Well, now we can't tell because there's no music.
I know.
So we could sit here and unplug and plug things back.
No, she could hit like a
sound effect.
Yeah, like there's got to be a sound effect on play.
Come on, make it.
Here we go.
She's gonna
prime time. Woo! Definitely louder on the right, so maybe it is old age. I don't know.
Well, that particular sound had more.
Oh, it did?
Coming in on the right-hand side.
Right. I thought maybe something was going on
issues.
here.
You're like, oh, shit. Anyway, we were speaking of new equipment. We were talking about this very nice new microphone.
Well, we got a new L-shaped desk for the studio because we actually
so
have the new podcast for Moonlight is on the other wall. And instead of having to move everything around back and forth, it was like, hey, let's just get an L-shaped desk and then wire everything so it's all together. And it looks really good. And so we ended up with this darker
I'm
color.
A little off center, actually, which
a new
feels
darker
weird.
color desk. And so we did the pilot. We did some testing and stuff, and we used one of these big boom mics and just kind of swung it over. But the way the arm kind of came into the video, it didn't feel like with us. It's like we're two people and we're having a conversation,
right?
But for that, it was like it just felt off, and so I was like, let's find a little mic, and so we found this. And here's the thing about ordering on Amazon, right? Like these days, especially with things from China, you have to look at the dimensions and go get a tape measure because you'll look at it and they'll like 3D the picture on a bigger picture. Like that looks plenty big. Everything's not to scale.
Well, I think we joked about it. So for Christmas, he always, every single year in business associates the year of the business with an animal based on what's happening in the business and attributes of that specific animal. And so for Christmas this year, I got you brass figurines of each animal for each year.
Like a collectible.
Right. And most of them are similar in size, but like there's a bird that's like the same size as the elephant and that is like completely unproportional.
The ant is like a giant ant.
The ant is gigantic. And then the goldfish.
By the way, I just heard the whole sound like go through on my mic. Go closer to your mic real quick.
What do you mean?
Okay. I think it's just something strange happening or me.
What do you mean you heard the whole
Well,
sound
it was kind of like you were talking and it was like you like ran around me and I could hear in my left ear again. No, it's okay. I mean,
First of all, I'm 100%.
I think we're 100% like.
Headphones are broken, so I don't.
Maria doesn't have headphones. What happened is in the beginning of this podcast, we typically play music and we can both hear it. He thought there was something funny happening with the music. And after your out-of-body experience you just had with the whooshing sound going around you, I'm pretty convinced it was a physical issue with your own body versus
I'm not
any
sure how we're
equipment in the
getting
room.
so sidetracked based off of my physical hearing. But here's the thing. I actually do have a hearing issue from the Army.
Okay, but whose fault is that?
It's my fault.
Right. So most people would be like, oh, someone shot right next to me and it was super scary.
Yeah,
and
I shot next to me.
Yeah.
A missile. Mm-hmm. Right. It was bad.
We do feel bad. You know,
I've been very blessed because there have been several times in my life that
where you've almost killed yourself.
Thank you. I was at the same Army post that my brother was. And he was an entirely different path than I was, but we ended up at the same place at the same time for whatever reasons. And one of them was at Fort Knox when I was in armor school, and he was there with the Ranger Battalion, 2nd Ranger Battalion, and they were on a range shooting missiles, just pallets of missiles. And I went out there, and there was a captain out there, and I was a lieutenant at the time, and he threw me missiles. He's like, "Hey, here, go shoot this." You know, it's like they're throwing this stuff around. It's like safety, point it down range, then you're safe. Like that was it. So we get down there and I fire the first one. You fire two.
Well, and you're only doing this because your brother's doing
My
it.
brother's there, and so we're having fun. We're blowing things up with missiles. So,
But
I
otherwise,
walk off
your
the range.
group would not have had
no,
access.
no, we would not have access to this cool stuff. So I'm walking off the range, and I pull my earplugs out, and the captain throws another missile. He's like, something about the rules don't apply or whatever. You're only supposed to fire two missiles in non-combat for practice, for whatever reasons. So I had a third one. So I go back out there. Well, dumbass me didn't put my hearing protection back in. So I fired this missile right next to my ears. Now, here's the thing. People fire missiles in war. You're not in wartime. You're not putting hearing protection in,
So they just
So
can't
it's not
hear.
like, but they're earth shatter. Things can happen. And so in any case, it blew out my eardrum. It was,
Did it bleed instantly?
I was in bad shape, but I was so embarrassed. Everything's ringing. People are talking to me, but it's like, like the war movies where it's
the
ringing and
sound.
everyone's talking.
That's like real
And
life.
and you could see the explosions, but you can't hear the explosions. That was me. And then, this person's talking to me and I'm like, yeah, and I can't hear shit. I was so embarrassed.
And they're like, "Excuse me, sir, you've got a little something."
You got blood coming out of your ears.
That's
I'm
horrible.
like, oh, I must have bit myself, whatever.
Bit,
Anyways, a big
Vincent
thing
Van
about
Gogh.
mics. But anyway, what I was going to tell you when I picked this mic up, we laughed before we started here how the bottom was hollow.
And I said, "Yeah, that's some 3D printed shit."
Right.
That
But what I said that I go, oh, I'm going to wait till we actually start filming to bring it out is this is solid plastic in the middle. Like you can't run a wire through it. But on the side, there's the thing for the wire that gets plugged in. But there's no way to put it through the bottom.
Right.
So it's like, anyway, I thought it was kind of funny because I think maybe if you really wanted to,
no, this could not be a real microphone.
you could, throw a little speaker through in there or whatever. But anyways, on to better topics, I guess. But anyway, I'm really excited to have that faux mic in my folk mic in the new podcast, The Moonlight. We're filming. We were actually going to film today, but we're going to film again on Friday because we're running out of time and I got some things I got to knock out today.
The day is fading away.
It is fading away.
I know today went by very quickly. You forget. So I'm consulting for this other company.
Yeah.
And helping them get to conferences and trade shows and whatever. And so today, got a bunch of stuff shipped to me and had to unpack it all, consolidate and whatever. And I could show you pictures. Well, you saw the boxes that were in here. And
I did. I had no idea what was in them.
Unboxed every single thing. And of course you order swag, right? And you get to the trade show booths and it's every single pen. You have 150 pens you need to put out. Each of them are individually wrapped in a closed piece of plastic. And you're just standing there at the booth motherfucker.
And unwrapping them.
And
so
needing
you
to find a
pre-unwrapped
place.
them.
So I pre-did everything for them because I am literally an angel on this earth when it comes to trade shows because I've been there and I'm not going to this myself. And so I'm doing everything that I would want done if I was there.
Well, and here's the thing is that when you put as much money as you do in a trade show, I think you could sit there and be like, oh, it's a waste of time, whatever. But a trade show is a huge investment in your sales and marketing for your company.
It absolutely is. And that's the thing is as someone who has spent a lot of their career facilitating, conferences and trade shows and events, I have seen the major investments that have gone into it. I've seen some go really well and I've seen some executed poorly, not on my behalf,
Right.
but executed poorly where it's hey, we spent a lot of money on this and got nothing back. And maybe that might be something where it's I didn't do everything that I could have done. Sales didn't have the support and it just didn't turn out. Or it's something local where you think, oh, just bring a few things. And they literally only bring a few things. And you're like, wow, you spent the money. We might as well have made the best of it. And so anyway, we're definitely going all out for this particular show. You don't want it to be messed up. And I just forget how long things take. I scheduled my day and I was like, oh, no problem. Just got to go pack up a couple things for a trade show. And I'm like, that'll take an
In all
hour.
fairness,
and
how
3
long was
hours
your lunch,
later.
though?
Yeah, I did go to lunch too.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, an hour. I was at lunch for an hour.
Oh, okay, just an hour.
That was literally it.
Okay, it was interesting because you came in the office. We were on a conference call with one of our clients.
I came in
and
to
I
get
saw
the
you and I
items.
heard you, and then I actually when it was over, I came to say hi,
And
and
I
you were
disappeared.
gone. And then no big deal because I was like, oh, I know where she's going.
Well, it was
but then you
unfortunate.
messaged me like an hour and a half later. You're like, hey, I just got here, and I'm like, you're like 20 minutes away. Like, where have you been? But you went to lunch.
I went to lunch first.
Yeah. And I totally forgot that you were doing
What
that.
was unfortunate is everybody was on calls or busy when I came into the office. So I carried all the boxes out to my car all by myself.
I wish.
Just would have gone a lot faster. So I
It's
already
always
started
nice
my
when the
day
team
behind.
can all,
This team's amazing in here. If you have anything in your car, especially snacks, and you're like, hey, snacks in the car.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well,
unpack
every
in 5
morning I've been
seconds.
unpacking and moving things from the garage to the
I
back
know our
office.
garage is looking cleaner and cleaner every day.
Yeah, and the back area here is looking horrible and horribler every day.
That's that.
I got to get all the boxes out so I can move all the racks.
I don't know what it looks like. I don't need to even go in there. It's not. If I don't see it, then I don't know it exists.
I know. Yeah, but you did make a comment after like the 4th day of cleanliness.
Okay.
It's so funny.
By the way, that just goes to show how much shit was actually in there that it took 4 days of clearing it out for me to go, is there something missing?
That is kind of funny. Yeah.
Well, and
It was for and I have a truck, I have a mid-sized truck, like not a full size. If I was full size, maybe I could get more in here at a time.
This water is good.
I know we got a water machine a long time ago. Now we have cups.
Wasn't that a long? The office wanted water, and so we got a water machine. And then, like a week later, there was no cups
This
for
stuff
the
adds
water.
up. I'm actually really surprised. I a couple things. One, snacks are actually lasting longer here, and I'm wondering if I'm like I haven't really been eating that many snacks, and then I sit there and go,
Oh, if you were the
have
main
I been
culprit,
the one eating all the snacks?
maybe, or the 4-month snack deprivation,
Has changed the behavior patterns of the office.
maybe.
Yeah, because like the M&Ms are lasting longer. I mean, I'm chewing through the pretzels. Usually Maria chews through the popcorn, but I think there's a popcorn lull right now, so it must be stale. Probably have to dump it out.
Is it stale?
No, I'll have to try it because I'm normally on the popcorn, but I've been on the pretzels.
She just said I have to try it, meaning she hasn't even opened it yet. The popcorn is her jam.
I know something's
See?
going on for sure.
Something's going on.
Speaking of snacks and things like that, I was at Publix the other day and just talk about pricing and everything.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Him at
They
Publix
did not
is
have
your bank account's worst
okay,
nightmare.
a gallon of tea is $3.99 there.
This is not why we were going to talk about Publix today.
Which is pricey, but they're out when they're out of gallons and they have half gallons. The cost of a half gallon is $3.29. Now, okay, so half of
Sorry,
it
did
should
I not
be
give the reaction?
$2. I know it should be like $2, and it can't always be just 50%. So like $2.50 would be fine. But the fact that it was only 60 cents cheaper really bothered me. Like really bothered me so much that I actually had to talk to customer service and explain my frustration with the cost of a half a gallon. I was like, if I buy 2 half gallons, I'm going to spend $6 and how much? 58 cents.
I don't even remember the number of cents
Which
you
is
said.
a huge. It's like
29.
It's like a 70% increase over a single gallon when you buy it. Anyway, I was upset, and I grabbed a couple other things while I was there.
Well, by the way, so back to the tea because poor Abigail was with him. She was on this shopping trip.
Oh yeah, no, she loves going shopping with me because I
She-
put her in the cart.
She loves
By the way,
going shopping
I
with
almost
you.
accidentally left her in the cart going down the little.
No, you
escalator.
didn't.
No, I went and then I caught myself.
No,
I was
you
like, oh,
didn't.
and I grabbed her.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
If she would have gone down that, I would have killed
I would have
you.
hit the button. I would have hit the emergency stop button because I would have realized it right away. But I'm just so used to pushing the cart because we live
I
downtown,
can't
and so our
even.
Publix, our grocery store is 2 stories.
It's on the second story, so it has one of those like
has like
conveyor belts.
it has a cart escalator,
Yeah.
a escalator.
Which is only for carts. So if he
Just for
sent
carts.
the cart with our child down it, now would she have been fine? Yes.
100%
She just would have been on the thing going down
holding
next
my
to you.
hand. Yeah, like we would have been fine. people would have been staring at me like I was the worst dad in the world.
Which, I mean, in that case, you kind of would have
Well,
been.
first of all, would I be the worst or would I be the coolest?
Sure.
You're like,
Anyway,
oh, look at that dad.
So of course he had to like
Cart
confront
escalator.
this manager about the price of the tea, and I'm thinking, I was like, well, how did this manager take your fury over tea pricing? Because I just know how
Not
he
fury.
gets. Oh, you would have been upset. This man is not confrontational until he decides to be, and then you just like you just don't want to be around it. And I'm like, poor Abigail. Was sitting there.
I think the key to life is really just having the tiger inside of you and just having the power to only unleash it as you want.
We've
It's like
talked
the
too
Hulk.
much about your warrior Hulk, crazy
Sorry.
person coming out. But anyway, so Abigail got to experience that. I can see her when she's older, like, Mom, Dad made us talk to a manager about the price of tea. And I'd just be like, I'm so sorry, honey.
I'm going to train them.
But
If no one complains, then no one knows. Like, you have to tell people.
But he comes home every time. And when I say every time, I mean every time he goes to Publix, and he goes BOGO crazy. I mean, he came
I
home
don't
with
go
like,
BOGO crazy.
he got 2 boxes of Barilla pasta.
Yes.
I don't even eat that. We never eat that. That's not even what we purchase. And
It was BOGO.
exactly. And so I'm like, why in the world do you get shapes you've never even seen
wanted
in our
to
household
experiment with
before?
new pasta
And then
shapes.
and he's like, I was going to make a cold pasta salad. And you're like, with what fucking other ingredients? In what world? And then this one I was going to use for a soup. You're like, again. So by the way, those boxes have been in our pantry for weeks.
No. This is just a week.
Then there's granola from a brand I've never seen before in
Bear.
my life. Okay. And then I go to Publix last night.
Naked Bear. Bear Naked.
I go, is that what it's called?
I think it's Bear Naked.
So I'm in Publix last night, and like everywhere I turn, I'm like, oh, it's like end cap, BOGO, display case. The minute you walk in, oh, a corned beef freaking slab is in our fridge. First thing I walk in, corned beef slabs. And I'm like, they got them.
Okay,
Turn the corner.
Yes.
2 boxes of pasta. I'm like, they got them. I'm in the deli. Turn around. Freaking Naked Bear granola hanging on the end cap. And I was like, got him again. I'm like, this man can't walk around a grocery store. I can just picture you there. Ooh.
BOGO, a 1 week on a Publix BOGO is equivalent to 32 weeks of regular sales. Isn't that amazing?
Where did you find that statistic?
I was at the Publix merchant convention. and
Oh,
they
okay. I
shared-
thought maybe you asked the question while you were yelling at the manager.
No. This was, I was at their
Yes, I
what do
remember
you call their
this.
providers? Their vendors. I was at their annual vendor meeting.
Yeah. Yep. I remember this now.
Yeah.
But so what I was going to say, because you are the reason their BOGO sales are 32% higher or whatever the heck statistic you just
32
gave.
weeks in 1 week. Whatever
Well, that's
percentage.
way more
That's
than
like
32%.
No, way more than
It's like
30%.
3,200%. Yeah. So, anyway, you buy all the crap, and I hate having stuff in our pantry and in our fridge. Drives me nuts. And the other day, you bought random raviolis stuff. Like, it was just things we
First
just
of all,
don't
we did
have.
try the raviolis
No.
before, and it was
I
good.
got like
Look,
the
we're on a
tiniest
budget.
bit of
Like,
Italian branded. It was like from Whole Foods. It was this nice little thing. We did it once. And then you were like, well, we've been eating that lately. So I'm eating this food and you're like,
By the way, you ate all of my raviolis.
first of all, they weren't.
By the
oh my
way,
God.
were those raviolis good last night? I don't even think I asked.
They were okay. So speaking of my raviolis, I had to fend for myself last night. I had Pilates last night, and he's like, "What's for dinner?" So I start naming off the 100 items we have in our house.
No. First of all, you
No.
said you have.
No.
I
I said, "Well, we've got rice."
No, you did
We've
not
got-
say we. You did not say we. You
We've
said
got
you have
broccoli.
broccoli, you
We've
have
got-
rice, you have this.
Because I
and
knew
I listened to
he
you and I
would
was
be
like,
hungry
oh.
before I got home, so I figured he'd start cooking.
So when you say you have, it means that's what I'm going to have to make myself. I'm somehow fending for myself tonight.
So I'm thinking I'm at Pilates. He's going to make me dinner. I come home. Bro's made himself rice and broccoli.
I mean, rice and broccoli.
And I'm like, where's the extra? Like, where's mine? And he's like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
So he
What you talking about, Willis?
He cooked for himself last night. Did not cook for me, even though I make him dinner every night.
Okay, you literally said you. If you said we, I would have been like, oh,
So
we're
I
having
had
dinner
to make
together.
the random ravioli in our fridge. Great meal after Pilates.
Okay,
It was like
well,
defeating the purpose. But you were like, well, you ate it all. And it's like, yeah, now I'm on this mission to get rid of all this stuff in our fridge. He bought 10 cucumbers. He's like, I'm going to juice some cucumbers. I'm like, okay, well, when you
I'll
juice
do
your,
that for you.
but they're in the fridge and they're untouched.
Okay, so guess what we're having tonight?
Cold pasta salad and cucumber juice. It's like, yeah.
Sounds like a winner.
But what I was going to say is Publix pricing truly is more than Whole Foods for just the most random eggs,
Random stuff, like the
milk,
heavy cream.
anything. Like really and truly, the cereal, like every item that I've looked at lately, Publix is about $1 more.
Really?
Yes, and then Whole Foods.
Whole paycheck.
Which I'm sure there's stores much cheaper than Whole Foods. I don't
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
There's got to be. But I'm like, is that what they do so they can afford their promotions like the BOGOs? Like they're just
Maybe.
constantly getting an extra $1 of profit?
No, not the BOGO. Oh, you mean they can do BOGOs because they're making money elsewhere?
Well, because it's the main. I believe that Publix is the one that chooses to do the BOGOs to sell through the inventory versus like the manufacturer.
You get selected to be a BOGO based off of your sales and everything else. Like you
What do you mean?
Like as a vendor, you don't just they don't just call you up and be like, or a vendor doesn't be like, hey, I want to be a BOGO. Like you can say I'm available, like I will do it. And they'll put you in the program, but the Publix selects who's
But
going to be.
Publix is the one taking the hit, not the vendor.
No,
I don't know. That'd be
No.
interesting to find out.
no, because otherwise if I can sit there and say I do not want my product to be BOGO
Right.
because they're giving it away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a hit on. You know what? Now you're making me a little thinking about this. I need to go back and do research. So for next week, I'm going to come back with the anatomy of the BOGO and who actually pays for it.
Well, and the reason I say that is because Publix does BOGO, but like Winn-Dixie's not doing BOGO. Like nowhere else. I mean, there might be other stores that do it, but like it is part of
here's
Publix.
the thing is that you say takes the hit, but there's no extra money coming to anyone. So the person that's taking the hit is the vendor taking the hit. Like they're not, you see what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is if Publix pays for the inventory like they always do
Right.
because they need to stock up on it, but they're willing to sell it for buy one, get one, then they go through their inventory faster, but they're still paying the vendor the same for the number of items that they needed.
It could be.
And then Publix is the one that was like, hey,
Yeah,
we sold
like
it.
we
So
wholesale
next
a bottle
week,
of seasoning for $3. So a BOGO for us would be like we sold 2 bottles
At retail.
But I can tell you that there is a concession from me to be in the BOGO.
there could be,
Yeah.
but
And you have to ship a lot more product. It's not like so you're thinking, oh, they have all this extra stuff in there. They go through too much product for it to just be use up what's in the back. It's literally
No, that's
you
what I'm saying.
ship for that
Absolutely.
event because you're going to sell 10, 20, 30 times the
but
amount
if
of product
they're choosing you, because they know what it's going to be. BOGO's like change every Thursday.
every week. And
Yeah.
it's based off of the season and all holidays.
And I don't know. I'm
everything
sure
else.
we've talked about this in
So
the past.
I got the corned
So-
beef brisket because it's almost St. Patrick's Day.
So we're having a full-blown grocery store conversation, but Publix is amazing for a couple of reasons. One, if
Customer service.
yes, if the BOGO's not available, so like they were supposed to stock it, but
They
it's
rain
been
check.
so popular, then they rain check it, meaning you can get the BOGO pricing at another time if you talk to customer service, and
you
they
gotta get a
literally
rain
give you a
check.
little
I know, I
slip
taught
of
you
paper.
that.
You did teach me that. The other thing that I didn't know is that they'll break anything for you, like into a smaller package.
Anything in the meat department and the bakery.
Are those the only two?
Yeah, I mean they're not going to do that with. I mean maybe there's a handful of vegetables that they might chop up for you, like half a watermelon or something, but because they'll
tried
wrap
that.
the other half of the watermelon. And
But it's
put it
just
in
like
there.
packaged things. Like the meat's already packaged.
The
but if
packaged
you want
things.
less of it,
They'll break it
and then-
apart for you.
Which so I haven't always known about the meat. I think you taught me about the meat. In fact, we.
I feel like I've taught you as much as a foodie you are.
well,
I feel
you're
like
local
I've
to Florida.
taught you.
I didn't grow up with Publix.
So they don't do this in other stores.
I've never heard of it before in my life.
That's what makes Publix extra special.
It is special. It is pretty good.
Pub subs.
People love the pub subs. I'll be honest.
I'll tell you, the only thing nice
That
about
makes
a
them
pub,
famous in,
it's
like, the
bread.
United States.
The bread is not good enough. If they had
Nothing's
better
good enough.
bread,
Pub subs don't do
the
it.
pub subs would be better.
Everyone says that it's like the chicken tender pub sub from Publix. Like, if you come to Florida, you can't leave without trying. And it's like, that's disgusting.
No, that doesn't sound very
Don't
good to
do
me.
that.
No.
First of all, 99% of Floridians are getting a sub to go on a boat, and it ain't going to be fried chicken inside.
I will tell you, you know who's what I feel it tastes fresh, but I just feel it doesn't have any flavor is Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
Because they like slice their deli meat like right when you order.
thin,
I mean,
yeah.
not, a lot of places they slice the deli meat too, but they just do it in the early morning and kind of pre-prep it.
Correct.
The other places, I'll tell you, I like when they shave it. It's like shaved ham on the sandwich.
Does Potbellies do it right away? I don't know.
I don't
Sandwich
know.
joints are kind of off my
We got
radar
a new
right now.
Potbellies, but we haven't been to it.
No.
It's just
not my
chain.
thing.
That's more like an airport thing for us.
Well, and we've got 10 years of groceries to get through at home right now. So
you're so full of it altogether.
okay, enough about
Food.
Publix.
Yikes. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wrote on here, a couple things is
the notes.
haircut. I did get a haircut. We've been talking about haircuts and
If you're
business
watching
for the
on video,
podcast.
it might be really hard to tell.
But I got all the ends trimmed, and I got kind of the
you
beginnings
guys,
of
if I could have
layeredness.
just taken a screenshot of Maria's face looking inquisitively at the screen to be like,
Did
did
you
he?
get a haircut?
Like, is that the case? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so much so that for each hair that lost a millimeter, you paid $1 for it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haircuts are so expensive.
They are.
I mean, especially
you
for
gotta
a man.
trim.
A man
Oh,
comes
we haven't
in,
even
they're
talked
getting
about
20-minute haircut, $50.
Did we talk about my mom? Have we talked about his hair yet?
No,
I'm looking at
I don't
Maria
think so.
'cause so my mom's not a huge fan of the longer hair.
Correct.
And she decided
So much so that she texted me.
she felt so passionate. She felt you really needed to know how she felt.
Did she?
about
Was that a
your
group?
hair.
That was a group message?
It
right?
was in all the family.
Yeah. It was
She,
in all the family message.
Yeah.
But I didn't respond for like a couple hours because we were out doing
we were
something.
at the yacht club.
We were at the yacht club, right? Which is a whole nother experience. So we're there, and so then she private texts because
No, she called you. You were like,
call?
my mom, you were like, your mom's calling me.
oh, that's right, she called.
And of course I checked my phone because I'm like, do I have a missed call? And I didn't.
Right. So she had private texted me first, though.
Oh, no, she didn't.
No?
She just called you because you
I'm
hadn't
pretty
responded.
sure that she.
No.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. She was like, are you mad at me? I was just telling you. She did not redact the statement.
She did not.
just
She
was
just
like-
I just want to make sure you're not mad at
But
me.
what was hilarious is
But I mean everything I said.
We hadn't even seen the text.
We hadn't even seen the text.
And it pretty much said, I don't like your hair. I think I sent a picture of like you and Abigail.
We sent a text or a picture of the family with my hair
And Abigail's
her
hair looked just as crazy.
and they're
as
both
yours.
crazy. So
Yeah. And Chris is into it. And you know what? Everyone who meets our daughter is like, oh, her hair. And I'm just like,
it's like Fraggle Rock.
I can't do anything about it. I've tried like wetting it and whatever. And
Yeah,
so
it is starting to lay down now, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, I mean, she'll have wonderful hair,
Yeah, she
one
looks
day.
amazing.
It's great right now. I love it. I think it's cute.
Yeah, I mean, she's young
Everyone
and cool.
comments.
It's everywhere.
She's young and cool. She's so hip.
She's the hippest.
Yeah, she's like the hippest 1-year-old I know.
But anyways, I was giving her a hard. I was talking with you, and I was like, "Oh, I need to send her a picture because you and your sister's
My
haircuts
mom gave
were-
us the boy mushroom cut.
Yeah, I mean,
So where you like
on a
buzz
scale of
all
1
the
to
way
10,
around,
like,
and then you
it's-
like have hair that comes down. Like literally in the 90s, it was the mushroom cut. Think Backstreet Boys. Like my mother did that to my sister and I.
Oh gosh, it's
And
horrendous.
so Maria also has her jaw dropped to that one. So when you found out that she didn't like your hair, you were ready to text her a picture of my mushroom cut from the 90s to say, you would like me to take hair advice from the mother of this child?
Exactly.
Like, what did you do?
Exactly.
And
Can't do it.
And so we were saying that to her best friend that she's had since second grade, who was in town this weekend, and she started chuckling and said she really likes your hair longer.
Yeah. She's like, ooh, I think his hair looks good.
Yeah.
like,
So
yeah.
it was funny. But when you did get your hair cut, it was hilarious because one of our really good friends, they go to the
Was at the
same
salon
salon,
as well.
and it's the wife of the couple. And so she's texting me at the same time. She's like, the hairstylist keeps switching back and forth between Chris and I we're getting our hair done together.
It was like spa day.
It was hilarious.
It's like Nish and I have a
So
spa
I brought
day.
Abigail down to say hi. It was a whole family affair.
Yeah, it was fun.
Pretty good.
It was a good day. But I did get a haircut. And the thing is because I do podcasts, I can actually expense my haircut.
What?
Yeah.
Can I expense mine?
I knew the moment that came off of my tongue.
Hold on.
I thought, you know what?
You guys,
you're gonna sit there and go, oh, I can get my hair done.
I have not gotten my hair cut since before Abigail was born. I
wow.
shit you not. Isn't that
That's
so
over a
bad?
year.
Yeah, you guys, the ends are out of control. Today's not a day to be looking at my hair. I was sweating going back
really?
and forth to the car. Yeah.
Wow.
Packing for this trade show.
Well, here's the thing. The short answer is
Bug.
that yes,
Do you see that?
yes, it's just a fly in the studio. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, can you get it?
No, just pay attention.
I can't.
Squirrel.
Anyway, you were saying I can get a haircut for free?
Well,
For free?
I think if we add it to the budget and we're very realistic.
Nothing's free. It's our money. It's our
I know.
company.
That's
It
the
doesn't
thing.
matter.
It's like it's so funny because we do buy things and it's like this isn't free.
No,
like,
nothing's free.
It just means yeah,
It just means a problem in another account.
it's just a problem in another account. It's really what it is.
But it's hilarious. Speaking of problemed accounts that will not be able to support our hopes and dreams, we were at the yacht club to get a tour of the facility because
Yeah, we've got a couple friends who have joined, and they're just like, hey, you should consider this. Da, 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 da.
Well, first of all, it's very interesting because a lot of the yacht clubs are associated.
Reciprocals.
Yes, reciprocals. And so, am I losing my mind? Have we already had this conversation?
Probably to a degree, but I don't know if we've. I
I
feel
looked
like
to
we
Maria
did go
because
there.
it's either news to her or it's not. But anyway, they joined in a different city in Florida that's much less expensive. And for joining and just for fees, spending throughout the
I
year.
think the spending's about the same, actually.
And so they have the ability to visit other locations within the
Right.
state of Florida, but I think you can only go
Only
like
so many
3
times,
times
like
a
once a
year,
quarter,
right, or something
something
like
like
that.
that.
So it's not like you just have access at any time,
Right.
And they got some deal where it was like, if you
summer
come in the
deal,
summer and
and then it applied
So we were
to the
like,
full-
you know what?
and then it was a
go
discount.
Let's go check out what it is locally here in Sarasota. Maybe they have a summer deal.
Oh, and by the way, we got like dressed up.
Okay, but the day we got dressed up was, keep in mind, the day that we sent the picture to my mother, in which she responded and said, "Don't let your hair."
Don't my hair. So like I'm
So
like we're
we were looking okay.
we're looking good. Like we're dressed up. I got collared shirt on, not dress shoes, but I got shorts on and nice boat shoes or something. Vans. I'm wearing Vans.
Really?
I'm wearing skater shorts.
You look
skater.
great. Yeah.
I look great.
You
It's
look
like
like
I'm like
yourself.
a young hipster, old hipster. I don't
Anyway,
know.
we get there and I'm like, oh, so we have some friends that joined in the summer. I mean, we must have sounded so
and of
hilarious.
course, and then they're like, "Who are your friends?" Like, I mean, it was like almost because
Well,
we
you're
ran
lucky.
into the
I
director.
pulled some names out of my ass. Chris is like, we know a ton of people that have joined. And I'm like, what are you saying?
I did
They're like, names.
because there is like 4 or 5 couples,
And where were you?
but like
Where were you
But
on
most of
those
them are in
names?
the other
Yeah,
club.
so I had to pull some names out of
'Cause
my
we
ass.
live in Sarasota.
I do know people in Sarasota
I
that are
know,
members,
and
thank
you
God.
did.
So anyway, first of all, I mean, I don't think it's any secret how much it is to join. So we can
No, it
share.
is. You cannot get it online at all.
So should we say?
No. Yeah, we totally should.
It's
so people can
currently
find it.
under 50,000 and it's going to be soon.
No, the
Over.
membership fee to just join the yacht club to be a part of
Maria,
it
don't make this a short.
is no 100% make this a short. To join the yacht club is $45,000
Right now.
just to join.
And so there I am, and I'm like, any summer specials? Which, by the way,
And then
can
she
we just be
goes-
frank? We are in no position.
Yeah, we're not
I'm like,
joining the-
maybe I can get a burger for $4.50, like somewhere.
Where's
But
the guest pass option?
This is humorous, like this conversation.
And
but then
so-
you're acting like it's like feasible. You're
Right.
like,
So
oh,
you
yeah,
have to look at them and be
45
like,
grand?
like
That's
we should have
my
just been
house.
like, oh yeah, like
See
that was
ya.
our boat, you know?
Like, and our birthday parties for children free. Like, I'm gonna be
I'm
there.
like, what do we get for this 45? And she's like, oh, but at the end of the month, we're going to go up. And you're thinking, what, 10%? You know?
Yeah. To
$15,000.
$60,000. Yeah.
To just join.
Like, it was like, yeah. Go.
Yeah.
It's a one-time
It's a
membership
one-time
fee.
membership fee.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good for life. So then I had to do the math because I was like, all right, if we go here for over 5 years.
First of all, I don't know what he's doing the math for because we'd need those 5 years. He was like, we'd spend this much per visit. And I'm like, yeah, and we'd make that much every day. Until we need to put that away for 10 years.
No, seriously.
If you really wanted to join.
No, and it did come out to like $2,000 a visit or something like that. And I was like,
which we would never spend.
just based off
Saturday,
of us
I'm
filming
not
like
spending
once a
$2,000.
month, you know, for 5 years.
Anyway, if we ever had $45,000 sitting around in a bank account that we had nothing to do with, we'd buy a boat before we'd go and get a yacht membership.
Well, that's the thing is that like part of
Or a
being able to
house.
get membership. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
It depends on who you are. What we know, okay, if anyone tells you they know someone who's a member of the Sarasota Yacht Club, they're fuck you rich, okay? Because if you have... Just look at them and be like, "Oh, that's so nice. I considered it too." But
I considered it too till they
Yeah.
told me the price. You know, no.
wasn't for
Here's the
me.
thing: is like the people that we know. I think also it's their businesses are paying for these, and it's a write off. It's not like they're just writing a check out of the company, and they use it for networking.
well, I got a
and bringing
haircut
things
today
in.
for free. Can I get a yacht club membership?
Well, and that's where we would consider it. It's definitely not in the books for this year, but. If we
For
sit
any
there,
year.
no, if we're growing some of our franchise concepts and everything else, it's a great place to bring people to for dinner.
The people that I do know are using it
and
because they have
that's
clients.
what you would use it for. So for us, we would use the membership more of a client thing, or even like when we have our Christmas party,
you
it's
let-
like bring everyone there and it's free.
Yeah, you let me know when the company. I mean, we had our Christmas party at a corner table in Tamiami Tap last year. So, which,
What?
First
What?
of all, was
What?
wonderful.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I just felt like you digged on me there.
I didn't dig
and
on
we
anybody.
won. That was amazing.
It was.
We had all the chicken wings we could eat.
Well, and I will say,
And
so
we even
went
had
to
it
this
decorated
other,
for Christmas.
our friends who joined the yacht club in another city. We went to an event that was being held there, which is kind of what spearheaded this whole discussion. And it was a great experience. We had so much fun. They like set up
So much
indoor,
fun.
outdoor putt-putt, and we absolutely loved it. But it just like, you know, didn't look like the Sarasota Yacht Club.
No. It's definitely just a little older. But they just did a big reno in Sarasota.
Well, yeah.
So-
we told our friends who are members that the price is going up, and they were like, "Oh, probably for the reno they just did."
Yeah. But you know what? They did have some really nice things. One was the pool bar. You know, I could see myself with clients.
You know who else has a pool bar? Hotels.
I know.
that
and
are
we
free.
and we stop at the hotels and go to the pool bars
Yeah.
every weekend. And
Anyway.
downtown.
Okay,
anyways,
so
good
that was the yacht
experience.
club.
Not for us today. Great for networking. Great for other opportunities.
I feel like
but,
we've talked a lot about home life. We're getting towards the end here. We did talk a little bit about work.
You know, the other reason why we can't do the yacht club right now is because in
There's
the
a
shirt space,
gazillion reasons.
well, there's a bazillion reasons, but one is that shirt sales overall in general down 35-40% in just this industry right now. Like people are
So buy a shirt so
buttoning
we
up.
can join the yacht club.
John, buy a shirt so we can join you. Thank you. Can you get serious for a moment?
No, this podcast is business and belly
I
laugh.
know. I'm just teasing with you.
No.
You actually looked at me for a second. You're like, really? Get serious? No, but I think part of it is that, and here's the interesting thing from the business side, not the belly laugh side, which is, you know, like I actually thought for a couple months it was us. Like I was sitting here going, I
Well,
am
first of all,
beating
you
myself
had
up.
the weirdest transition. Essentially, you're saying we don't have the money for the yacht club because business is down. We wouldn't have the money for the yacht club anyway. But
No,
business,
if business was up 200%, we would have 100% have the money.
Anyway, business
But
is
here's
down.
the thing is that the business is down like 40%. And I was really starting to beat myself up. But what we found out was one, we actually had other people emailing us, letting us know like, hey, we're not sending work. Like we are like dying on the vine. And a lot of other places have just kind of let a lot of people go. Like and they're on call because they have nowhere else to go because
The
you know,
job
there's screen
market's so
printers
tough right now.
and whatever.
I know.
And we had to cut. So like we went down to 2 half days, Thursday half day, Friday half day. And it's one of those things where it hurts me to like sit there and cut people's hours. But the reality is that we just don't have the work.
Well, and it's not so.
And it hurts me to do that or to kind of have to give that decree out because I've always been in more of a salaried kind of environment.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's
I've never
so
been
difficult.
in like an hourly worker where like a restaurant or fast food or retail.
Hospitality, right? So like when you sit there, like you think about it, and it's like literally, if you're a restaurant owner, then you hire staff to work tables, and if nobody's sitting at your tables,
You let them go.
then
People get off early.
That's your manager's job to say like, hey, thanks for coming in tonight. We don't need you. And then you feel bad for the employee. Like that's their job. And I worked in hospitality. Like
Yeah.
I've been that worker where I get sent home early. And today as like an executive or a entrepreneur, you look at your employees and you're like, oh, they really need these hours. Like I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them do. And you wouldn't want it to happen all the time. But when I was a waitress and I would get sent home, I would be like, yeah, coming home early, you know, like on the day of,
because you
you're like,
showed up. So like
Right.
the idea that you were ready to do the work, but
Right.
you didn't have to, but you weren't going to get paid.
But that's the thing. And you also showed up. So it's like, it's one thing to not have to come into work at all. Cause then you just like get the day off. But when you like wait your
you're not
whole
getting the day
day
off.
to go in, you get
You're not
ready, you're
working.
there for an hour. It's
Yeah.
like, so you planned on being there.
wanna
You
hear
couldn't have
something
been on
funny?
vacation.
So like I make this big decision. I'm like, hey, we need to cut down 1 day a week and we do 2 half days. So what comes in today?
A huge order.
Huge fucking order.
That's
You know,
hilarious.
that has to be shipped by Friday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So were you like, never mind?
No, I'm like, send everyone home still.
Well, so what's interesting is you did just have this discussion yesterday, but I think that when you look at production, we came from a business where it was half service. It was like tech enabled services. So like
Yeah.
half of it was employees who were literally doing production type work based on demand and number of orders coming in the business.
Mm-hmm.
And the other half of the business was support staff, essentially, like sales and marketing and people who like, no
Right.
matter how many orders came in that day, they were still doing their job on a daily basis from
Right.
8 to 5. And so and we were always on the other side of the business, the salaried side of the
I've always been on the
business.
salaried side.
And
Yeah.
and I always looked at the hourly side and how tight the operation was run and kind of rolled my eyes at it. Like we don't need to be so stringent about
Right.
these people. Like just let them come to work and the work will get done and they'll work really hard if they have the time.
And they
you know?
had the KPIs of how many tickets per
Right.
hour
They could
and
do in a
everything
certain
else.
amount of time. But what's amazing is now that we're running a production based business, it very much so is like in my mind, I'm like, I want us to do the math on if we were at our fullest capacity based on the number of machines we have, the number of people that can be working those machines at any one time, and how quickly those machines can go. Like, what is the number of orders? What is the number of shirts? What is the number of people? And like literally doing the math and being like, on any given day, where are we? And be like, okay, today everyone works till this time because we know for a fact we can get it done in 7 hours. Like
Right.
it's like you do want to just, it's a math equation. Like when it comes to production and orders and time that it takes to get those orders out, like it is truly a math equation. Unless you give no direction, then everyone just does their job or stands around or goes slower because they don't have a lot going on. And
Exactly.
and they're not taking advantage. They just know that they have to be at work that day till 3:30, so they'll get their job done by then. Versus it being like every day is a production day, you know, and you don't want people to feel like they're like under pressure, under the wire, like every day. Like you don't want to say, we're only going to give you enough time if it was the busiest day of the year and you're pulling your hair out. That's not realistic either.
No.
You know, but what was happening is everyone was working the same amount of hours, even though orders were down. And it was
Exactly.
like, okay, we need to manage this a little
Right.
bit.
And someone said that if you give someone a time frame, doesn't matter what the task is, they'll typically hit the time frame. So if you sit there and you go, hey, I need this task done, you have till the end of the day, they're going to get it done by the end of the day.
Right.
If you say, I need it by the end of the week, they're going to take the time for the week. And it has nothing to do with positive or negative. It's just, we're kind of,
It's like you set an expectation and
the
someone's going to meet
expectation's
it.
set,
Right.
so they're going to meet the expectation.
And it's
so-
their responsibility if anyone ever set an expectation that was unrealistic to me, that when the discussion initially happens, you're like, that's impossible.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's like on the software side, like we're getting ready to launch home inspections, like software, not our advertising platform. And I've told the team, like, we set the date back in January, and I was like, we have to have the reporting software done. We have to go live April 1st. And it was like 2.5 months away. And
April 1st.
Yeah. April
You
1st.
shouldn't do anything on April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day? Nah, I mean, it'd be great. Hey, check this out. The software. It's broken.
Exactly.
No, but
Tomorrow
we
it'll
literally,
work.
we're literally down to the last 3 weeks, and it's looking amazing, and everything's moving along, and I feel really, really strong about it. But it's one of those things where I've had to pivot based off of the sales and everything else going. And this is one of we have another venture that was supposed to have revenue a year ago, and it's just not meeting the targets. And so we literally are like, well, this is the gap. Like this software has to come in, and we've got sales. So it's like, okay, we know we can get people into it. We know it's got value. Let's make a shift and do this. And hopefully we made a smart decision. But like, it's really tough because I look into the future and I'm like, 30 more days. Like, we're going to be in a position we can sell. And it's like that with like 3 of our ventures all at once right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and there's nothing I can do to speed it up. Like, I talk to people
everyone's
and
working
they're
hard.
literally like, you know what, if you focused on one, you'd be that faster. It's like, no, you can't take 9 women and make a baby in a month. Like, just not going to happen. Like, it is a 9-month process. And so same thing with like building. It's like, we're learning things and building things on top of things. Like, the time is the time.
I made a baby in 7.5 months. Actually,
Overachiever.
Technically, everyone says 9 months, but if you do the math, it's 40 weeks, and that's 10.
Yeah, I'm the
I don't know
whole
where the
9-month
9-month thing came from.
Comes from. It's
probably
like
just to
bizarre.
make-
It's like, yeah.
I think it makes women like think they
magician
can
math.
do it because 10 months would just seem too long.
Yeah, 10 months does seem like a long time.
Yeah. Anyway, didn't mean to distract. We've got some other really funny stories, but we are like almost way over time.
Well, we spent a lot of time in Publix today. And so, that's probably the biggest
discussing
thing.
Publix. Hopefully, we spend zero time.
Can we
in
just talk
Publix.
about the Eventbrite thing?
Well,
Are
it's
you-
such a story that like
we should save that one for another time.
it will probably.
You're right. That's probably on its own a good 10-minute.
It's a funny story.
Okay,
You know
we're
what?
gonna
It's funny now. It was not at the time.
Not at the
I
funny.
take it very
Let me ask you this, just to kind of tease, which was funnier? Me taking a shower during the fiasco and asking questions while our child was wandering the bathroom floor? No.
Or the fiasco itself.
Or the fiasco itself.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of chaos happening.
A lot
all
of
at once.
chaos.
I know.
Yeah.
Save
But that's
it for
how we
next
keep
week.
it nice and light. So we'll keep that for next week, along with the state of the world. And AI.
Both very similarly a clusterfuck.
Grow wealth now or you're stuck forever.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
I'm just
you're-
foreshadowing. All right. We'll see you next week.